Good morning, student. Today we are going to study about muscular tissue. In previous class, we have already learned about different type of animal tissue. Now we learn types of muscular tissue. When we move our body, we find that muscles help in movement. That muscular tissue have a special character. They can contract. That contractile nature help in movement. The contractile elements of muscle cell is called myofibrils. That is the special structure elements found in muscular tissue. Myofibrils contain two type of proteins. Myofibrils contain two type of protein, myosin and actin. Myosin is thicker protein and actin is thinner. Both proteins arrange sometime in parallel. When they arrange parallelly, myosin, then actin, then myosin, then some area overlapped, have both myosin and actin at the joint that show dark color called dark band, and where only myosin or actin present is light in color called light. As this way, when myosin and actin arrange parallelly, they show dark band and light band, and if myosin or actin arrange obliquely, there is no overlapping, there is no dark band or light band. Okay. Then second unique feature of that tissue is that plasma membrane fuse with basement membrane. Basement membrane we study in epithelium tissue, that is cytoplasmic membrane on which cell arranges. So if plasma membrane fuse with basement membrane, that combined structure is called sarcolemma, and sarcolemma surround the cytoplasm, that is called sarcoplasm. So that sarcolemma, sarcoplasm, contractile fiber, myofibril is unique structure we study in muscular tissue. Now we study their types. There are three types of muscles fiber. First type is called striated muscles. Striated muscles are long cylindrical unbranched structure, have light and dark bands. Their ends are blunt and have many nucleus, multinucleated in structure. These muscles work under the control of our will. As we wish, they can move, so they are called voluntary muscles. Striated muscles mostly attached to the bones, so they are called skeletal muscles. If they attach to the bone, they are called skeletal muscles. But sometimes they are not attached to the bone, as in our tongue, in pharynx, diaphragm, there is no bone, but muscles is striated, that is called visceral striated muscles. Okay. Striated muscles can contract rapidly and powerfully. However, they get fatigued very soon due to accumulation of lactic acid. Lactic acid, we know, that is the product of anaerobic respiration. When these muscles work fast, energy required more, but oxygen is not supplied, so they anaerobically respire and accumulate lactic acid. So there is a accumulation of lactic acid in our skeletal muscles. Now, second type of muscles is unstriated and smooth muscles. They are spindle-shaped, unbranched, and uninucleated. They are called smooth muscles because they do not have striations as light band or dark band. These muscles are not under our control also, so they are called involuntary muscles. They work under a stimulation of autonomic nervous system. They are not under our control. They work automatically by a stimulation of autonomic nervous system. They occur in various visceral organs as our alimentary canal, lungs, urinary bladder, aries, etc. A smooth muscles in alimentary canal, our digestive tract, show some rhythmic movement. That rhythmic movement is called peristaltic movement that help to pushing the food forward. A smooth muscles fiber are slow to contract but can remain contracted for long period without becoming fat. They work continuously. Third type is called cardiac muscles. That is a special. They are involuntary, do not work under our control. Striated means have light and dark band, but they are fainter than striated muscles. They are cylindrical in structure and uninucleated, but have branch. They have light and dark striations which are fainter to striated muscles. It show a special movement. It only found in our heart muscles. So they are called cardiac muscles and show rhythmic contraction and relaxation throughout the life continuously. That is the unique function of that cardiac muscles. They work from birth to death. In the area of union of two adjacent cells, there is a thick area, intercalated disc, which occurs only in cardiac muscles. They are not under our control, so they are called involuntary. And fatigue is absent here, as these muscles fiber do not produce lactic acid. Okay, here we observe the diagram, and that is striated muscles. We see here in striated muscles there is a nucleus, dark band, light band, and sarcolemma. Okay, then the second structure is a spindle, a smooth muscles. That is a spindle in shape. You see here sarcolemma, sarcoplasm, myofibril arranged obliquely, and nucleus. Now we observe the third structure, third type of cell, cardiac muscles. Cardiac muscles have single nucleus, intercalated disc, have dark and light band, nucleus, along with sarcolemma and sarcoplasm. That we study different types of nervous muscles tissue. There is a differences between them, that we see here. Muscles cells, three types different to each other: long cylindrical striated, a spindle, a smooth, and a small cylindrical cardiac. The ends blunt in striated, pointed in a smooth, and broad in cardiac. Dark and light band present in striated muscles, absent in smooth muscles, and present but fainter in cardiac muscles. Intercalated disc absent in striated muscles, smooth muscles, but only present in cardiac muscles. The nucleus multinucleated, striated muscles, smooth muscles, and cardiac muscles uninucleated. Then occurrence muscles striated found in our hand, leg, etc. In our internal visceral organ, smooth muscles, and in wall of heart, cardiac muscles. The nature, striated muscles voluntary in nature, but a smooth and cardiac muscles involuntary in nature. And striated muscles work powerfully, contract fast, and soon get fatigued. Smooth muscles slow, prolonged contraction without getting fatigued, and cardiac muscles fiber perform powerful rhythmic contraction without even getting fatigue. As this way, we learn different types of muscle tissue. Now we come on nervous tissue. The tissue is specialized in reception, integration, and transmission of stimuli or impulse to various organs is called nervous tissue. The single cell of nervous tissue is called nerve cells or neurons. Nerve cells is longest cell of our body, that is about 1 meter long, divided in 3 parts: cytosol, dendrites, and axons. The first part is called cytosol, that is polygonal, broader, and nucleated part of the cell, have different type of cell organelle except centrosome. There are 2 special structures also found in cytosol, that is neurofibril, very fine fiber involved in transmission of impulse, and second Nisl granules, that is ribosome containing structure. The second part of neurons is dendrites, that is the projection, a small tapering branched projection coming from cytosol. It possesses neurofibril and Nisl granules both. Dendrite receive impulse and transmit to the cytosol, that is the function. Then third part is axons. It is a long fiber like a process which are uniform thickness that generally arise single from the cytosol. It contains only neurofibril. There is no Nisl body. It carry impulse away from the cell body and to the transmit to the next neuron. It is surrounded by a sheath that is called neurolema. Nerve fibers are of 2 types. Sometimes there is an additional sheath on the neurolema axons that is called whitish medullated nerve, and second is called grayish non-medullated nerve. Medullated nerve fiber have additional sheath. At places where sheath is absent, the structure is called nodes of Ranvier. but it is absent in non-modulated C because there is no extra C. Axons divide in fine branches, that is called terminals, which connected with dendrites of an adjacent neurons. But there is a gap between each such junction. That gap is called synapse. It is meant for transmission of impulse from one to next neuron is by through chemical because they are not directly connected. Transmission of impulse carried out with the help of neurotransmitter chemical, as for example acetylcholine. Transmission is carried out from sensory to motor or motor to sensory with the help of connectors, that is called interneuron. This way there are three types of nerve. Sensory neuron, which carry impulse from sense organ to brain or spinal cord. Second, motor neuron, which carry messages from brain or spinal cord to muscles. And third is interneuron or connector that transmit impulse from sensory to motor or motor to sensory. Now we learn, I think you understand neuron. That is the diagram of neurons. Here you see, in that structure you see cytone, dendrites and axons. Now how can they attach to the next one? Okay, now we complete that structure. You learn it and do all exercise. The tissue chapter is completed now. Thank you.